At the end of my 10th grade biology class, I really wanted to have the students consolidate and connect some of the human physiology knowledge that they had gleaned throughout the course, and create an interactive case study based on a human disease that they had researched. I would like to take you through the process that I used to framework this project for them. So, first of all, where do you start? Well, the obvious place to start for me was the wealth of medical puzzles that are offered up by the TV show House. So I went looking for an appropriate episode that wasn't too long or too difficult, and I found a perfect sample that involved a seizure, an enlarged testicle, a pulmonary edema, and some unpasteurized goat's cheese. Throw in a few red herrings of STDs and lymphoma, and voila, you have an intriguing mystery worthy of a perfect case study. In order to put together a great case study that has different options for the users to investigate, as well as numerous dead ends to keep them honest, you really have to create a type of storyboard to organize the flow of your project. I used a concept mapping program called CMAP to create a graphic that demonstrates to the students how I outlined what I was going to do. Part of their task after researching their disease was to create a similar type of storyboard that clearly outlined the path they were going to take, the branches of the puzzle they were going to develop, and the dead ends they were going to use. Once the storyboard was in place, it was time to open up Keynote and create the finished product. Okay, so this is the case study that I created as an exemplar to show the students before they got busy on their own project. So the idea here is this was based on a House episode that we watched, just a portion of it. So the patient comes in with a number of different symptoms into the ER room, and the students are asked to investigate one of those symptoms. Now, you give them a bunch of choices down here at the bottom, which links you to new pages. So some of those choices might not be the best thing, so you will have them to come back to the other ones. And eventually they'll find something that they want to maybe go with, investigate a little bit further. So based on this, they can go to the potential diseases. Now, what I've done is I've set up sort of 3 diseases here that the symptom would point to, and they can check on a bunch of different things. So you go to the first possibility, and the idea here is to be learning about these types of things. So I often had some sort of external information that they could go to. So this link here would take them to a website that they can have a look at and get some more information from. If that's, once they kind of take a look at that, they can go ahead and see the results of the test. Now, once they do that, they might test for that and find out, well, that didn't work, and go on to the next thing. And eventually, okay, you kind of funnel them to this point so that they can click to go on to the treatment for one of the particular diseases that the symptoms point towards. But as with every House episode, there's usually new symptoms that crop up, and so I've worked those in here. So the new symptom gives a whole bunch of other different possibilities, and they can start investigating those. The other thing that I did was to use QuickTime to create some videos with information, send them to outside links, and then just embed the video right into the Keynote presentation. High blood pressure can be caused by a number of different things in the system, but ultimately, if you do have high blood pressure, you are going to be at a slight risk of some sort of pulmonary edema. So you get the idea there, and it takes you back to this idea of doing different tests, reading the different tests, and making decisions on what you want to do next. And again, eventually you're going to funnel them into a place where they can move ahead with a diagnosis, and there's a number of treatments available that they can try based on what they think should be done. So sometimes they'll click on one and it's not correct. They might click on another one and it's not correct. And eventually they will treat it correctly. And then what I've done here at the end is really sort of put it all together, the different symptoms that the patient had and how it all ties together into a nice, tidy little story. So overall, the feedback from the students was pretty positive. They seemed to enjoy delving deeper into a particular human disease, and then creating that medical maze for their peers to work through. So hope you enjoyed the idea. Thanks.